The once orphaned boy now claimed the White House his home, but at what cost to Rachel?
She hated Washington. She didn't want to go there. She knew she had to when he was elected president. And she says, for the general, I am very happy
that he was elected. For myself, I never wanted it. I would rather be the doorkeeper in the house of God than live in that palace in Washington. Rachel Jackson.
Her wish was tragically prophetic. Several days before a ball to celebrate their victory, Rachel Jackson collapsed.
The doctor had bled her, and it didn't do any good. No blood came out, it didn't flow. And Jackson, he said, try her temple, if you can believe it. And he made an incision on her temple, and 2 drops stained her cap, they said, that she wore. And she died. And he lost his voice. He stayed, by her body. He said, my heart is nearly broke. And that's true. Wore a weeper, a black band around his hat. He always wore black after that.
On the day of her funeral, newspaper accounts say the road to the Hermitage was impassable. Poor white people, slaves, friends, and neighbors filled the large garden. During the service, church bells rang across Tennessee. 3 weeks later, a grieving husband left for his inauguration in Washington.
He stayed in a state of deep mourning for the rest of his life. She died in 28, and he died in 45, so that's pretty long, deep mourning. The idea that the dirty campaign, especially the slurs against Rachel personally and upon the marriage, the idea that this precipitated her death, maybe there's some truth in it. The important part of it is Jackson believed it, and his political enemies got slapped for this one in the most effective way. As soon as he had the power of the presidency, a lot of perks that the people he held responsible for attacking his wife were taken away. And a good many of them found themselves before federal courts.